Resin conversion kit. Wait, what's that? Oh, my shirt. I finally got around to making some shirts, but they're not available for purchase yet because they're just not. I'm still doing a couple little things, tweaking some things here and there and trying to get the distributor in line and all that kind of jazz. But new shirts and merchandise will be available not too long from now. I can't tell you exactly when. But that's not what we're here to talk about today, even though I'm wearing the shirt and I have another one right here. We're here to talk about resin conversion kits and what exactly are they and what do they do for you? Well, plain and simple. As you know from previous videos that I have already explained, regular Gundam kits are made from polystyrene, which is injection molded plastic. And they come with a nice amount of detail, as this Barbatos Lupus Rex that I did in the build-along video a while back has. It looks good, no doubt, but it can be done a lot better. And in some cases, we can almost totally change the look of this guy into something like what is on the box here. Now, this is a pretty much generic resin conversion kit in the sense that, you know, you do have some name brands, like there's Infinite Dimension, to name one. Those are very premium and they're expensive, and the castings, or I should say the actual parts that come out of the castings, are pretty much perfect. They don't really need a whole lot of prep work to them. But as you start going into the cheaper recasts and things like that, those, the quality sometimes may not be optimal. You could have some bubbling in some of them, some hollow spots, and some things you generally have to clean up, whether it's seams from the molds, the way they come out, etc., etc. Or for anybody that's seen Split, etc. What is inside of a resin conversion kit box? Well, plain and simple. You're gonna have a row of parts, or bags, I should say, like this. You're going to have, well, look at the size of that. You're gonna have some other parts, weaponry and things like that, and then your instruction sheet. And the instruction sheet really isn't so much of an instruction sheet as it is just basically one sheet of paper that shows you where the parts go and the amount of parts you have inside, or what's supposed to be inside the box. Now, the thing with resin parts is, actually, you know what? Let me come a little bit closer. So as you'll see with the resin parts themselves, basically what we're gonna do is take this boring guy right here, and ultimately when he's done, it's supposed to look kind of something like that right there, which to me, I think is pretty darn rad. Now, if you'll notice in the instructions, these parts right here are all of, obviously, the parts that will be changed onto this kit. Now, in many instances, you replace certain parts and add this on. A lot of times, that's how these kits are. It's not something you snap on the existing model kit itself. So in this regard, we have, let's say, like the sword. The sword is a full-on replacement, but as you can see in it, there is a lot of detail inside this one that would not normally be in a normal part that comes from Bandai. Same thing goes with all these other little arm pieces and all that other kind of stuff. Now, I don't want to take this all out of the bag right now. I know, giant fail. Why the heck am I watching this video? But the reason why I don't want to take everything out right now is I'm not exactly ready to get to building this kit. And there are a lot of tiny little parts, as you'll see right there, that could easily get broken when they're out of the box, shifting around loose in any kind of other box or container. So I'm gonna wait till I take this out. But ultimately what I intend on doing is showing you how exactly these kits are built, how they apply onto the actual existing model kit itself, and what the finished effect looks like. Now, if you've watched any of the intro to resin kits that I've done already, you'll kind of already know what goes into putting these things together as far as prepping the pieces for paint, for assembly, and so forth. Zooming out, the cool thing about doing resin conversion kits, and why I'm an advocate for them, because yes, I do advocate you using these things, is the fact that not everybody has the ability to do scribe lines properly, to be able to do all sorts of other little details. And a very easy way to do that, or I wouldn't necessarily say easy, but another option you have is actually going and buying a resin conversion kit for whatever kit that you bought. Now, granted, not every kit supports these resin conversion kits and that nobody's made them yet. However, as I said before, it is a good way to add some detail. Now, the work that you would normally take into doing all sorts of different odds and ends to get this guy whose pee-pee just fell off, it's gonna save you some time with that when you get to using these. Now, granted, you have the extra step of prepping all these things, gluing them to that, painting them, doing all that other kind of stuff, which I'm gonna show you in another video. But for now, I'd like to say thank you for coming along for this brief video. And if there's anything else you want to see in these videos, please comment below. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe, hit that like button, and share this with anybody else. Also, too, hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever a new video comes out. With that, I would like to say thank you for watching.